Hello and welcome to the Armor Men's Health Show. This is Dr. Mystery, your host, joined as always by my beautiful, talented, and incredibly technically savvy co-host, Donnelly.
Oh, I didn't know who you were going to talk about, but thank you.
Yeah, my other one didn't show up today.
Nice.
This is a men's health show. This show is brought to you by NAU Urology Specialists. That is the urology group that I started in 2007. We are the second biggest urology group in Austin, Texas, where we call it home. We treat everything from the nipples to the knees, and we have a wonderful show for you today where we're going to talk about men's health issues.
We have a very special guest, one of our favorite people, our new peoples.
Yes, we are growing. We have 6 physicians that are urologists, 1 interventional radiologist. We have 2 pelvic floor physical therapists. We have a health coach. We have a sex therapist. We have in-house sleep apnea testing. What else?
More importantly, we have Stephen,
That's right.
our
do
new
have
PA.
Stephen.
We have lots of APPs too, but Stephen's one of our new folks.
And how do people get a hold of us? How do people get on the show? How do people ask us questions?
Well, if you haven't had this phone number memorized yet, you should. It's 512-238-0762. Our website is armormenshealth.com, where you can submit your question right there, and to submit a question at the top right. And our parent company, as Dr. Mystery said and started, is NAU Urology Specialists. We're in Round Rock, North Austin, South Austin, and Dripping Springs, Texas.
And if you've been out there and you've, interacted with the healthcare system, you know that physician assistants make up a very vital part of our healthcare system. And one of our newest PAs, Stephen Macenas, is joining us here today. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Happy to be here.
So, Stephen, just for our listeners' sake, maybe you could give us a little background on how PAs are educated and maybe what brought you into medicine.
Absolutely. So I got my undergraduate degree at Purdue University in biology. That's required. And then you move on to get a 3 years and a master's. It's a master's of physician assistant studies. Before I went to PA school, I was an EMT through Chicago, riding around the ambulance.
You are? That's like they make shows out of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just like it looks like on TV. Absolutely no difference.
No different.
The music is the
Every
same.
day, just gunshot wounds and car accidents.
That's never stops. And so we do a year and a half of book work and then rotations through every specialty. The big part of being a physician assistant is the ability to respecialize after you finish school. So I've personally worked in family medicine, emergency medicine, rural medicine, and now urology. I have friends in orthopedics, cardiology, dermatology, and they have the ability to switch at any time to respecialize later on in life.
That's really a very interesting point you make about becoming a PA, is that when you become a physician, you kind of like spend your 4 years in medical school, and then some of us, 4 to 8 years in residency, and then you're kind of stuck. If you don't like, balls,
and
you know what I'm saying?
taints.
Yeah. If you don't like that,
Don't forget the taints.
You're gonna be really upset for a long time.
I like to consider myself stuck now, so I think I found it.
And what drew you to kind of medicine in general?
I always like science in general, right? And medicine is a place where the cutting edge is always being pushed forward. What's the newest thing? If I don't read up my research for 2 weeks, I'm behind again. Especially in today's age with like artificial intelligence coming in hot, I think that this is a perfect opportunity to implement the newest technology to help people out, right? And so the underlying desire, of course, is just to help people. But if you can make a living doing it and get to play with lasers and shock waves and
Oh my goodness, and
all
penises?
sorts and we have fun penises.
That's right.
Then of course I'm there. I'm in.
When Stephen started in the first week, he came to us and said he already figured out the AI thing for our website, and we're going to have a mystery bot. Like, this was week 1, and now he's with us for a few weeks. He's like implemented more things than I did in the 7 years I've been with you.
Yeah, I think that you should think about that. Maybe work a little harder.
I need a raise.
I need a raise. So, Stephen, you just started with us here in the last 6 months, and understanding how patients come to us and what are some common things that patients come to see a urologist for. I talk about, prostate cancer and kidney stones and things like that, but you've learned that people come for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And they always come usually a little bit too late. So my big public awareness
That's not a
announcement
problem
is,
for most of our patients.
Hey, that's what she said. Awesome.
I'm talking about
That's what you say.
That's what I said. Sorry.
yeah, just men's health in general. You know, guys tend to not go to the doctors, and so this is your whoever's listening to this right now. Go get checked out. Get that rash that you've been looking at checked out. Right. This is what we're here for. It's not long. We're not going to scare you off, but. So rash is one, of course, right? Erectile dysfunction is another big one, of course, as we age. And feeling a little gray, right? Loss of focus, libido, energy, poor sleep, right? These are all things that sometimes don't have one answer. And to find that answer, we need to do some blood work. We need to do an exam. We need to get you in the office and just have a talk to figure out what's going on. Why do you feel a little off?
I'm surprised that men don't realize they can go to a urologist for men's wellness and hormones, because I think they just go to their PCP and figure it out.
Well, I'll tell you that from a training standpoint, we train as surgeons. We love to operate. Mm-hmm. It's actually the first rule of our office, right? When do I get to operate next, Stephen? And so I think many urologists also don't take on that moniker of being a men's health specialist or trying to take care of hormones and wellness and things of that nature. And I think that a lot of times patients will go to their primary care doctor to try to get that sorted out. But you worked in primary care medicine. You know that not all primary care doctors like to do testosterone and hormones.
Absolutely. And I think with that primary care background, I feel the obligation to fix the labs that are slightly off, right? When I am incidentally finding them, I'm not going to send you away. We're going to fix that problem and the problem that you came in for.
Right. Well, when we visit PCP doctors, the very first thing they ask you, do you handle testosterone? Because I really don't want to. So that's just another testament that they really just don't want to deal with it. It's too much.
And I think that, Stephen, I'd love your comment on this, is that a lot of times men come to a testosterone or hormone specialist thinking they're going to fix everything with just one shot. And maybe you could speak to just kind of setting expectations and how to approach somebody who's just not feeling well but thinks that testosterone was going to fix everything.
Absolutely. And so there's a mindset that a bigger number means more of a man, and I don't think that's absolutely
That's not true?
Exactly.
No, it's bigger penis
Oh,
means
that's
more of a
right.
man.
Sorry.
In terms of centimeters. We're talking about
I measured mine in inches. I'm sorry, buddy. Centimeters.
European.
What are you, European?
Yeah. What the metric
Kilometers.
system?
Kilometers.
Miles, 0.00001 mile.
It's an Indian thing.
But yeah, this is just one of many numbers, one of many subjective questions we have to ask you as well to figure out what's going on underneath the root cause of why you're here, right? We look at your diet, your exercise program, your sleep protocols, and your testosterone, right, is one of many factors that we're going to be trying to analyze into making you the best person you can be right now.
And weight loss is a big component of what we're doing. You mentioned diet and nutrition, but we take a pretty active role when it comes to helping you lose weight, including the use of new GLP-1 inhibitors and things of that nature, right?
Absolutely. We know obesity causes all sorts of issues. And with, again, medicine always advancing, we have some incredible new technology in terms of pharmacology out there. We've seen some tremendous results with these GLP-1s and continue to see tremendous results. And so if you have any questions, absolutely ask, because why
not?
Why not?
Right.
Absolutely. We can, 15 pounds, if you hold that in front of you, that's a lot of weight. I bet you can't hold it for about 30 seconds, right?
Like
and so you're
5
carrying that
pies.
around on you all the time, and your knees are going to start to feel it. Your overall metabolism is going to be affected, and a lot of aromatization to estrogen happens with excess adipose tissue as well. And so,
And I think that type of attitude, understanding that it's not always, or it's almost never going to be a one-shot fixes all problems kind of scenario. And that's where a holistic men's wellness program and a location for you to go to is so critical, because we want you to feel better. We're not trying to sell you anything. I mean, there's no money to be made in testosterone or these shots or anything. But ultimately, when you leave feeling better, being thinner, with more robust erections, this makes our day too.
Oh, it hypes me up when I have a patient coming back in after, a couple months of working with them, doing push-ups in the room before I get there.
Right.
Big high
Look at my
fives.
erections, Stephen.
No, what?
Oh, look at this.
No. If this is happening, we need to stop this in the office.
But it's so fun.
Right.
So but beyond that, we also talk a lot about stress management, meditation techniques, and these things may sound real frou-frou to some of our listeners, but it's not. I mean, stress management, living a better life, eating better. I mean, these are really important things in kind of maximizing, your lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, stress in this weird world we have never ends, right? I mean, going to work in traffic, we got people driving like idiots. At work, your boss is yelling at you.
Hey.
You got, excuse me, and then you got the family, kids at home, the food you eat. So you're getting stressed from every angle, and so it's important to understand ways to take the lid off every once in a while before the pot boils over. And take a second to look at your own health, right? Because this is your meat vehicle. You're stuck with one of them. And we need to make sure that it operates to handle this weird
Meat
world.
vehicle. Well, Stephen, we're going to be right back. Donna, how do people get a hold of us?
You can talk about your meat vehicle by calling us at 512-238-0762 and visit our website. Thank you.